Good morning. I'm Ralph, and we are going to be doing a Tuesday training this morning. Today I'm going to be taking a look at team building. Going to be looking at it from two perspectives that people who are new to the network marketing, online marketing space are really going to need to hear. The perspective is going to be the 90% average, and something that I gleaned from Ray Higdon and his book, Freakishly Effective Leadership for Network Marketing. And this is the Thompson rule. Now, to start out with, everybody, when they get involved in an opportunity like in the Power Lead system, we have a 50% matching bonus, which means that when you recruit people who are go-getters, who want to increase their income, and who successfully use the Power Lead system to earn money, when they join as an affiliate member and you refer them, as an affiliate member and they're on your team, they get paid their commissions, and you get paid a 50% matching bonus based on the total commissions paid to them for any 1 month. So like if you refer a guy named, say, Tom makes $1,000, your 50% matching bonus is $500. You refer somebody named Jane makes $2,000, she joins on your team as an affiliate member, your 50% matching bonus based on her income is going to be $1,000. So it's great incentive to build a team, but, and there is a but, the problem with this is that a lot of people don't realize how difficult it can be to build a team. I know in Power Lead system we want to keep it simple. Okay, I get that. I know that a lot of people don't want to be told right off the bat that it's difficult, but it's doable. Well, right off the bat, I'm going to be sharing with you from my own experience and my own reading that I've been doing, and stuff that I've picked up along the way over the last 40 years in life, is that yes, team building is not as easy as a lot of people make it out to be. It can be difficult, it can be slow, but it most definitely is doable, and it's highly rewarding. So it's worthwhile. It's worth doing, especially when you got a program like the Power Lead system that's going to be paying you a 50% matching bonus for building a good team. So what I'm going to be doing in the course of this training is kind of laying out for you the numbers. It's a numbers game when you're talking about team building. And two perspectives that we're going to approach this from, again, the 90% average and the Thompson rule. And the Thompson rule is rather similar to the old 80-20 rule in business. And the old 80-20 rule is, of course, 80% of the work in any organization is going to be done by 20% of the team. So when you're building a team, if you know how to do this, it's highly rewarding, highly beneficial for you to be looking specifically for the 20%ers, the 20% of people in any organization who end up doing about 80% of the work. The Thompson rule is a little different from that, but the old 80-20 rule, it is similar, and it plays a part in all this. But first, you need to get started. Let's say you just joined an opportunity, something like the Power Lead system, something where you're going to be rewarded for building a good, productive team, a team that's going to duplicate your efforts In other words, if you're successful in bringing in team members, these team members are going to be willing to learn from you how to do what you just did, and they're going to go out there and they're going to duplicate your success, and then they're going to teach their people to go out there and duplicate, and it's just going to be, like in the Bible, go forth and multiply. Well, it's not as easy as it may seem, because first of all, we're going to start with the 90% average. And here on my desktop, I got a little graphic that I found. We've got people reaching out, and somebody saying no, somebody saying yes, somebody saying maybe. When you're asking people to join your team, to buy into your opportunity, to join your program, what we're looking for is yes. Usually what we're looking for is yes. Now, if you've got the proper mindset, you're not looking for yes right off the bat. You're looking for no. And now, it seems counterintuitive, but I'm going to explain why in just a few minutes. Usually when people are team building, going out there prospecting, trying to pull people in, they're looking for the yes. But the 90% average, and this is something that it's just a name, I stuck to it this morning. I had to call it something, but it's an old rule of thumb that I learned way back in college in the 1980s. Yeah, I told you some of this information was going back about 40 years, people. The 1980s, back when we had rock and roll, good rock and roll, Bryan Adams, REO Speedwagon, all that jazz, Duran Duran, if you remember those guys. I liked a few of their songs, not everything, but yeah, the 1980s, back when I was in college, I got to be friends with a guy who was big into sales. And I forget now what he was majoring in. I think he was majoring in business or something, but he was an early network marketer back, you're back in the 1980s. We just called him a salesman, but yeah, he was explaining to me that when you're trying to find people to buy your product, join your organization, whatever the deal, whatever the opportunity is that you're presenting, when you're trying to get people to join you, to join your team, you want to hear yes. But before you get to that one yes, on average, you have to hear 9 no's. So in any given group of, say, 10 people, you're prospecting those 10 people. Odds are very good that you're going to hear at least 9 no's. And then you might get 1 yes. Which means it's not impossible to get people to join your team. It's not easy either. It's difficult, but doable. It's actually not even difficult if you have this mindset that I'm going to explain to you now. This is called the go for no mindset, and I'm taking this from the book Go for No. Richard Fenton wrote that, and Andrea Waltz co-wrote that with Richard Fenton. And what the Go for No philosophy is that they realize that before you're going to hear yes, you're going to hear a lot of no's. And on average, the 90% average is that for every 1 yes you hear, you're going to have to brace yourself and hear 9 no's. Now, the go for no mindset is that when you go out prospecting and you're presenting, whatever you have to other people, expect to hear no. Actually go for no. And just go out there. And what Ray Higdon did with this philosophy is that he made up his mind that every day he wanted to hear 20 no's. And at the end of that day, he heard 20 no's. It took him the whole day. He did it the old-fashioned way. He was phone prospecting. He was belly-to-belly prospecting. He was just hitting everybody he knew and then going through the phone book. I don't think, did they have social media at that time? I'm not really too sure, but I think they did. But yeah, nowadays you can do this on social media if you know how to do it right. And there's a book for that too. I'm going to put the links all down in the program description below. But yeah, there's all kinds of good information here. But what Ray Higdon did is that he set his mind that he was going to hear 20 no's each and every day. He wasn't going to melt like a snowflake. He wasn't going to back down. He wasn't going to give up. He set his mind that his goal was going to be hearing the word no 20 times every day when he decided, when he was prospecting, when he was trying to get people to join his team. So, and with that mindset, you can see with where the 90% average comes in. On average, if you hear 20 no's, you're probably going to hear 2 yeses. So that's the upside of this. The downside is, oh my God, I'm going to hear 20 no's every day. But the upside is that on average, following the 90% rule of thumb, the 90% average, when you hear 20 no's each and every day, you are probably going to be getting 1 or 2 yeses each and every day. And it may not follow, that exact rule. This is a rule of thumb. It's not an exact rule. It's not an exact science. But he was a pretty good salesman. He is today a real good salesman, a real good network marketer, a great team builder, a great team leader. So, he was able to build it that way, and he says within a couple of months, he was earning fairly good money with his network marketing company, just from going for no, wanting to hear 20 no's each and every day when he was out there prospecting people. So when you're first trying to build your team, if you're doing it, the old-fashioned way, by phone, belly-to-belly, face-to-face, and you're trying to bring in team members, expect that you're going to hear at least 9 no's for every 1 yes, and accept that as being just the way it is and learn how to enjoy it. That's, again, how the go for no philosophy goes. You expect to hear no. You are going to hear no. You're going to hear no repeatedly. But you see, a lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times, no does not necessarily mean no. It doesn't mean never. What it means is not yet. The time isn't right. In my own experience, I'm in 3 companies now. 3 different network marketing companies that I love, that I enjoy, but I didn't say yes to any one of those 3 companies right off the bat. In the beginning, when somebody approached me, by email, through social media, whatever, every time when somebody approached me saying, hey, Ralph, check out this company. I'm doing great in it. Check it out for yourself. Do you want to join? My initial answer was no. It wasn't because I would never join that organization, because over the course of a few months I've joined all 3. But it's just because I wasn't ready at that time to say yes. In my case, when I said no to those 3 companies, it wasn't no, I'll never join. It was, I'm not yet ready to join that company. And one was a power lead system. I was first exposed to that about 3-4 years ago. I had the chance to get in early on that, wishing now that I had. And I just didn't see the value in it. The guy that was presenting it to me, I don't know, he just didn't make it clear. Plus my finances were such that, I was looking for free opportunities. The idea of spending $55 a month to join something like the Power Lead system just didn't appeal to me. But then over the course of time, I began to see the value in the system, the value that that guy was trying to present to me, and then I finally joined. And it's been that way with Wealthy Affiliate. It's been that way with another program that I'm in. And there are other programs, though, that I've been offered that I've said no to, that I still say no to, because, I just don't think they're a good value. But no does not always mean no. No does not necessarily mean never. What no means sometimes is not yet. I'm not quite ready. So when you hear no, don't let it affect you like a slap in the face, like being hit with a ton of bricks. Just learn to shrug it off, thinking, okay, well, maybe later this person might see the value in what I'm offering, maybe in a few months, maybe a couple years, maybe if I follow up periodically with this person, he or she might change their mind and I might get them on my team. And then there are, of course, some people who will never join your opportunity because they're just not entrepreneurs. But don't let no affect you in a negative way. Expect to hear no. Enjoy hearing the word no. And when you start going through your day, trying to build your team, what you're going to begin to experience is no, 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 no. Yes. Yes, I think I'm interested in that. No, 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 no. What? What's that? Yeah, I might take a look at that. Yeah, shoot me your link. Expect to hear a bunch of no's before you hear one yes or even one maybe. And just accept that as the way it is. So, in your prospecting, if you want to get 10 people, well, we'll use this example. If you want to get 10 people on your team, then expect to hear about 100 no's. And just go by those numbers. Now, those are not exact numbers. Again, this is a rule of thumb, but just to kind of get it clear, get it in your head, expect to hear a bunch of no's. On average, about 100 no's for every 10 yeses. And, yeah, you may experience better odds than that. You may also experience worse odds than that. But the main point is, don't let no stop you. When you're hearing the word no repeatedly, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing something wrong. A lot of beginners will hear a few no's and they'll think, I'm doing something wrong. I'm not good at this. Why am I not getting anybody saying yes? And I've seen people in groups that have come across just flat out saying, I heard 2 no's today. If I hear one more no, I'm just not going to be able to carry on. And I know it feels that way sometimes, especially when you're new to this, sales gig. You're new to online marketing, network marketing, and you're really wanting to build a team, and you get involved. You think it's going to be super easy, and you start hearing no. It does get discouraging, but don't be discouraged. Just know that you're going to hear no an awful lot before you begin to hear your first yes. And just stick it out. And over time, you will get those yeses. You will get those maybes. And when you get those yeses, work with those people. They come in onto your team. And when you hear those maybes, follow up with those people. Most definitely follow up with those people. Be sure you get their name. Be sure you get their email address. If you're doing this by phone, make sure you keep their phone number. You may want to get their phone number so you can text them. And just follow up with them. And the folks that say no, kind of make a mental note. Okay, this person probably doesn't want me to follow up with them right away. They're not ready for the opportunity, but, maybe next week, next month, maybe I can follow up. just call them up and say, hey, I know you weren't interested in this opportunity, last month, but I've kind of run out of leads. I was wondering, do you know maybe a couple of people that might be interested in a business like this? And you can approach them like that. Or you can approach them by saying, I know you said no to this a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago, but we've had a new development. They've added a new feature, so would you like to hear about it? And who knows? That may be a way to convert that no to a yes. But again, don't be pushy, don't be overly anxious, don't be overly aggressive. Treat people with respect, treat people the way you yourself would want to be treated, and act accordingly. So that's the 90% average as far as team building. Now, let's say, this is where the Thompson rule comes in. Let's say you're successful. You get 10 people on your team. Congratulations. Good work. Job well done. Now, how long is it going to take you to become rich in the Power Lead system or any other system that offers a compensation package similar to the Power Lead system? With 10 people on your team, how long is it going to take for you to get rich and just be living on easy street? Well, the answer is going to be surprising to a lot of people, because a lot of people think, okay, I went through hell just to get those 10 yeses. Okay, now everybody that comes onto my team, they're going to see the value in this. They're going to be hard workers. They're going to go out there. They're going to duplicate my success, and they're going to make money. I'm going to make money from their efforts plus my efforts, so everything's going to be great from now on. But the Thompson rule and my experience to date says something different. Now again, this isn't saying that building a good team that duplicates is impossible. I'm just saying it's not as easy as a lot of people think. It is most definitely doable, but like building your team up in the first place, it's a numbers game. Not everybody that says yes to your opportunity is going to be a productive team member. Now, this is from the book by Ray Higdon, Freakishly Effective Leadership for Network Marketing. And again, the link is going to be in the program description below. If you want to check out the book, it's very reasonable. But according to Ray Higdon, there is something that he developed from the teachings of one of his mentors, and he calls it the Thompson rule. And the Thompson rule states that 80% of the people that join your team are not going to be big earners, because they really don't want to be big earners. The 80% of the people that join your team, their income expectation is going to range anywhere from $0 per month to only $500 per month. Now, you're not going to get rich with a team that only wants to get anywhere from $0 a month to $500 a month each. But that's the Thompson rule, and that's the way things play out. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is, that 80% of people who join a network marketing team, a business opportunity like the Power Lead system, they don't want to really make a whole lot of money. They're interested in it. They want to get in. They like the product. They love the product. They want to use the product. But they really don't have their goal set to making a great deal of money with it. If they make $20 a month or $20 every other month, they're happy. And that's just the way it is. And what Ray Higdon notes in his book is that a lot of people think they can just go there and lay down the law and be aggressive with their team members and make them produce. and just, fire up these lazy team members that don't want to make a whole lot of money and get them fired up. And he says that is a waste of time. That is a waste of time in his opinion, because 80% of the people that join your network marketing team or business opportunity, they are not going to have their goals set very high. And that's just the way it is. So expect that 80% of your team is not going to be a producer. If they produce, it's going to be a very little, maybe, I don't know, $20 every other month or $500 a month, but it's not going to be a great deal. And that's just the way it is. There's nothing you can do to change their attitude. You can probably drive them away from your team, but you're not going to turn them into highly productive team members. And that's just the average there. 80% of your team are going to be unproductive people. So let's say you've got 10 people on your team. 80%, that's 8 people, are just going to be chair warmers. They may not even show up for your presentations. They'll be on your team. They'll be there in name only. And again, they may make great customers of the Power Lead system or any other system that you are in and are trying to market. But they're not going to be the big affiliates. They're definitely not going to be the super affiliates. So that's the bad news, okay? But it's not that bad because, again, it illustrates it's a numbers game. If you want to get a bunch of super affiliates on your team, you're just going to have to get more than 10 people on your team. You're going to have to be thinking in terms of having your team swell to the number of 100 people, 200 people, 300 people, and just go for that. But yeah, 80% are not going to be good affiliate marketers, and they're not going to be good income generators. So they're not going to be good producers for your team. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's the way it is. Accept it and move on. Now, there's 15% of the people in any given organization, according to the Thompson rule. The 15%, they are your average earners. They are the people who want to earn $2,000 to $3,000 per month. Where I live, that's considered to be kind of a pretty good income, actually. I live in a poverty-prone area out in the Missouri Ozarks, one of the poorest counties in the state of Missouri. I think we used to be the poorest county in the state of Missouri. And so, yeah, where I live, $2,000 a month is considered to be a pretty good income. And that's the way the 15% of the people in any given organization tend to think, that if they can make $2,000 to $3,000 per month, that's all they want. That's where their goal is set. That's what they're shooting for, and odds are that's all they're going to be producing, is about $2,000 to $3,000 per month. So, I mean, that's not bad. You can work on that with a program like the Power Lead system with a 50% matching bonus. You get a person that's making, sets their mind to make, that they want to make $2,000 per month, and then they achieve that goal. Your 50% matching bonus for bringing in an average person like that is still going to be $1,000. I mean, that's not bad. But yeah, when you're making up your team and you have a team of 10 people, according to the numbers of the Thompson rule, 15% or 1.5 of those people are going to fall into the category of just average earner. So they're not a super affiliate. They're not deadwood either on your team. They're not bench warmers, but they are average earners. And out of a team of 10 people, roughly 1.5. It's hard to find a person, but statistically, according to the Thompson rule, 1.5 of your team members are just going to be average earners. And that's not bad. If you have 10 people and one wants to be an average earner, that's not bad. You can still do fairly well with that. And if you want more, just increase the numbers of your team. I mean, it's a numbers game, just like building your team was a numbers game in the beginning. Building a productive team that duplicates is also going to be a numbers game. So, 80% of your people are not going to want to produce much at all, and they won't. 15% of your people will be average producers. So, roughly 1 out of 10, 1.5 out of 10. Now, what about the super affiliates? What about the remaining 5%? The remaining 5%, according to the Thompson rule, are the people you really want to go for. If you know how to recognize them, you can go for those people and increase your average of success, increase your success rate a little bit. But even so, on average, only 5% of the people in any team are going to be the super producers. And the super producers, let's just call them the super affiliates. This 5%, these 5%ers, are the people who join an organization and they set their goals high. They want to be making, let's say, $25,000, not per year, but per month. Now, that's my goal. Currently, that's a goal that I'm working on. We're at the about $25,000 per year mark. I want to turn our yearly income into our monthly income. That's where I want to go within the next year. So yeah, I'm definitely considering myself to be one of the 5%. But statistically now, your odds of getting a person like that on your team are kind of low. 5% of the people in any organization are going to turn out to be, or have the desire to be, a super affiliate. Now that means if you have a team of 10 people, on average, less than one is going to have what it takes to become, is going to have the desire to become a super affiliate. So if you want to build a team and you want to get at least, let's say, one super affiliate on board, you're probably going to have to get at least 10 people, maybe 12, maybe 15. You can't do it with only 10 people. You need to set your sights higher. If you want to create a team that has 10 super affiliates on board and a bunch of average earners, in addition to the 80% bench warmers, folks that are just along for the ride, underachievers, I don't want to put it that way because that's too negative, but folks that just want to join out of curiosity or just want to be a part of the system, be using the product, and that's not a bad thing. But yeah, if you want to build a team that has at least 10 super affiliates on it, you're going to have to set your mind that you're going to build a team of about 200 people to get those 10 super affiliates. And again, now these are just averages. Don't expect these numbers to actually play out like that in your actual experience. Your actual numbers may be higher or lower. Like everything, results are not typical. Your results will vary, but that gives you a rule of thumb as to what to expect when you join something like the Power Lead system or any other kind of system. Building your team initially, you're going to have to hear no an awful lot. Expect about 9 no's for every 1 yes. But if you can set your mind to go for no, where you can convince yourself that hearing the word no is not devastating. Matter of fact, if you can turn it into a game and have fun with it, hearing no can be kind of a fun thing. Kind of like, think of a kid. This example is given in the book Go for No by Richard Fenton and Andrea Waltz. Think of a child asking for a cookie. You know, the child goes up to the parent, "Can I have a cookie?" "No." And the child goes back, "Can I have a cookie?" "No." "Why can't I have a cookie?" "No, because I said so." "I want a cookie." "No." And the child just keeps right on asking. He or she, that child, does not let the word no stop him or her. They keep asking for that cookie until they get the darn cookie. Learn to be like that child. I don't know what happens to us as we grow up, but we tend to lose a lot of the enthusiasm that we had as children, that we had in our youth. We definitely lose a lot of our idealism. We gain some wisdom along the way, but we lose some of that youthful energy. And what the Go for No philosophy teaches is rekindle that energy. Find that inner child and go for no. Don't let no stop you. Don't be pushy. Don't be overly aggressive. Don't make an ass of yourself going out there trying to convert a no to a yes and keep pestering people. But expect that on average, you're going to hear 9 no's for 1 yes. Accept that as the rule of thumb and go for it. Enjoy it. Play with it. Don't let the word no devastate you. And after you do build your team, don't expect that you're going to have 100% super producers or average producers on your team. You're going to have about 80% of the folks that just don't want to produce very much, and that's the way it is. It's not that you're doing anything wrong, it's just that that's the way it is. Go with it, accept it, and just make your mind up that if you want to build a successful team, it's going to have to be a numbers game. If you want 10 super producers on your team, then set your goal to recruit 200 people. And if you set your goal to recruit 200 people, then set your mind to the fact that you're going to be hearing a boatload of no's. But don't let that stop you. And then once you reach that goal of bringing aboard 200 people, don't stop there, because people will join your team, people will leave your team. Some people will just work an opportunity and they'll stay with it for a few months, do pretty well, and then want to move on to something else. So yeah, when you get your first 200, set your goal to get 200 more and just keep right on going. And working these principles in the way that I've just explained, it does take work, it takes dedication, it takes persistence, and it takes the right mindset, but it is doable and it can be fun. And it is fun if you enjoy this sort of thing. If you don't enjoy this sort of thing, then I would suggest that you're in the wrong business, my friend, and it's time to move on to something else. But if what I have just laid out sounds encouraging to you, because there are people in this industry who make a good income. There's no guarantee of any kind of income. Results are not typical. Your results will vary. But one of my sponsors makes 6 figures a year. One of the people higher ups in the power lead system makes 7 figures per year. It can be done, and there are a lot of people out there. The guy that I count as one of my sponsors, I joined him not in power lead system but in another system, but he works the power lead system too, Rob Frazier. His story is a compelling story, and I'm going to close on this. I thought I had a compelling story, but Rob Frazier is a guy that he left the Marines after so many years in the Marine Corps. He thought he'd settle down with his wife, things went bad. He got divorced, and through the process of divorce and having to pay child support and all that, he wound up in 6 figures of debt. 6 figures of bad debt, as he puts it, all within a year's time. And I mean, what would you think if you ended up 6 figures in debt? We're not talking about a 6-figure income. We're talking about owing 6 figures in back child support. Most people would just think, ah, to hell with it. There's no possible way I can do this. I'm just going to quit. I'll be homeless on the street. Hallelujah. But no, this guy, he found a way. He joined the Power Lead system. He joined a few other opportunities. He set his mind that he was going to go out there. He was going to network. He was going to do this. He was going to pay off that debt, plus make a good income. And his story is that within 9 months, I think it was, within 9 months to 1 year, he had paid off all of that debt. So that little illustration shows that great things can be done in this industry, in the network marketing industry in general. Power Lead system has the tools to help you make and generate a good income. But now the end result is going to depend on you. Are you an 80%er that only wants to make, I don't know, 20 bucks a month, 20 bucks every other month, maybe $500 a month? If you go in with that attitude, you're not going to become a 6-figure earner. If you come in with the attitude that I can't bear to hear the word no, if 2 people tell me no every day, I'm going to quit. Well, don't bother joining, because you're just not going to work out. You're going to have to set your mind to hearing 10 no's a day, 20 no's a day before you get any traction. So that's what you're going to have to do. Accept in your head, not everybody's going to say yes. You're going to be hearing no an awful lot. Accept it, have fun with it. That's the go for no philosophy. And if you are a person, though, that wants to earn an average income, again, you're going to have persistence. You're going to have to learn how to use the various systems that are out there, depending on what kind of opportunity or program you've joined. But yeah, if you work it well and you're willing to learn, you're trainable, you're coachable, you can replicate other people's successes, then yeah, if you can duplicate, replicate, and you are willing to do the work, you can earn a decent income. Now, if you want to become a super producer and you want to learn how to make 6 or 7 figures a year, know that that is doable as well. I am not yet at that stage, but that is definitely my next goal, to go from 5 figures a year to 6 figures a year, to turn our yearly income into our monthly income. And with the programs that I am in, I believe that that is possible. And after hearing Rob Frazier's story, the guy that went from close to $100,000 in bad debt to having that debt completely paid off within 9 months, I know that this is doable, that we have the tools to do all of this. And so if you're interested in what the Power Lead system has for you, I'll put my link down below, along with the other books that I've mentioned, the Go for No for Network Marketing, Freakishly, Effective Leadership for Network Marketing, and there may be another one there that slipped my mind right now. But yeah, all those links will be in the program description below, and just check it out for yourself. The books that I've mentioned are all super inexpensive, about $10 each. So yeah, it's not going to cost you a whole lot of money to buy the books. And those books, if you're interested in sales, network marketing, affiliate marketing, those books will help you advance in your chosen career. Now, if you're interested in the Power Lead system, now you can check that out absolutely free for 7 days. When people join the Power Lead system, they get their first 7 days absolutely free. And you can check it out for yourself. See what is offered in the Power Lead system. Check out the compensation plan. Check out all the training that they give. They give a Max Steingart training to you that is exceptional. Endless free leads, how to prospect people on social media and do it effectively and do it without making enemies. and just how to do it right. They've got all kinds of tools as far as sales funnels, lead capture pages, all customizable, and just a boatload of training. So, and they've got an affiliate marketing plan that is second to none. So, yeah, check it out absolutely free for 7 days. And then, if you decide this is for you, you can stay on, pay your monthly membership fee. I think it's $54 a month to join the Power Lead system. And if it's not for you, no problem, because, you know, as I've laid out here, this whole process of building teams and joining programs, it is not for everyone. It may not be for you. It probably isn't for you. But if you want to check it out using my link and see what you think. Hey, that rhymed too. Wow. Check out my link, see what you think. I may make that my tagline. But yeah, check it out and just try it. If it's not for you, you can quit within 7 days, pay nothing. If you decide it is for you, you want to check it out further, then welcome to the team. And we'll be talking more. So that wraps it up for this training, the 90% average and the Thompson rule. Thanks a lot to Ray and Jessica Higdon for their information that they've made available through their books. And until later, I will catch you in the next video. Take care. Wish you great success in whatever it is you do, whether it's affiliate marketing, network marketing, online marketing, or just getting out of bed, showing up for work. Whatever you do, I wish you great success in whatever your endeavor is. Take care. We'll catch you in the next video.